Hello everybody, my name is Async and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about my experiences that I had at the place that I used to live with a doppelganger. Okay, so I woke up one morning. It was a completely normal morning. I went to the bathroom, everything was fine. I went downstairs, I grabbed a drink, came back upstairs, I woke up my son, and he went to the bathroom. I went downstairs to go get him some breakfast and some stuff to eat and drink. He went to the bathroom. He went back to his room so he can change clothes, came back. At this point, I was coming up the stairs. I walked into my room with everything. And the way that my room was set up, my TV was like, the back of my TV was facing my bedroom door, and my bed was behind my TV. So in order to see my bed, you had to walk around the TV a little bit, and then you could finally see it. So I did that, and as I walked around to go set stuff down, I noticed there was somebody sitting on my bed. So I froze, and at this point I'm looking at legs, and then I moved my eyes up. I'm sitting there, staring at my TV, watching it, not moving, completely blank, emotionless face. I sat there, just staring. I blink a few times because I'm like, okay, I'm seeing shit. I'm 100% seeing shit. Then my son comes into my room, comes over and stands next to me, starts talking to me to ask me a question. He stops, looks over at my bed, looks back at me, looks back at my bed, looks at me, and then takes off out of my room crying, screaming and crying, and refused to come back in my room. At that point, I was done. I put everything down, I walked out, I grabbed my son, we left. No, I'm not fucking with it. Tried to put it out of my mind. And then a couple, maybe 4 or 5 weeks later, I was doing something in the house. I went to come upstairs. At this point, my room was rearranged. My TV was now, like, the side of it was facing my door, but my bed was directly in front of my bedroom door. Again, I go to walk into my room, there's somebody on my bed again. My heart starts to race. I start to get sweaty. I have really bad anxiety, and I don't like, nobody likes things that they don't expect. And it's certainly not something like that. So I'm freaking out. I don't want to look up, but I look up, and it's me again, just sitting there staring at the TV. I don't want to move because I'm freaking out. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should run. I don't know if I should try to say something. I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm so scared. I don't know. I think I just quietly just stepped backwards, walked back downstairs, and I just sat downstairs for a while. And I just tried to ignore it. When I came back up, it was gone. Again, everything was normal for like another couple weeks, and then I saw it again. And this time, when I saw it, it turned around and it looked at me. And not completely turned around, it just like turned its head. But it turned its head and it looked me in the face. I fucking booked it. I was gone. No. What the fuck? No. I was gone. So now I'm really scared because this isn't stopping. It's happening again. And I'm afraid it's gonna happen even more. So I tried to get help from like a paranormal like group and trying to get advice on what I should do, what I can't do. People were like, Pixar didn't happen. Bitch, what? I see myself sitting on my bed with my own eyes, like not a mirror. I'm looking at myself on my bed. And you think the fucking one thing I'm thinking about is taking a picture? That's the last goddamn thing I'm thinking about. Hell no! I'm not about to pull out my phone and try and take a picture of this thing so it could rip my fucking head off. No! Thank God, finally I left before anything else could happen with that. There were other experiences that I had when I was pregnant with my daughter. My son was out I think he had like a half day at school at the time because it was like Head Start. And I was tired. I had just cleaned and everything. I was tired, so I wanted to take a little nap. So I laid down. As I was waking up, when you wake up and you're awake, but you still have your eyes closed, you can hear everything that's going on, like you're aware, but you're just laying there because you're still tired, so you just lay there. That's what I was doing. And then I hear the bedroom door open. I can hear the footsteps of somebody walking in on the floorboards. I feel the pressure of somebody either leaning or sitting down on my bed. I just immediately start freaking out because I'm like, oh my God, there's somebody in the house. Somebody broke into my fucking house. So I'm just like, please just be still. Don't move. Hopefully they're just like a robber. They'll just take shit and they'll leave. And if I don't wake up or do anything, they'll leave me be. I was so scared. I couldn't even, I felt like I was starting to shake and I was trying so hard not to shake. And then out of nowhere, I hear this woman scream, "Get up!" as loud as she could into my ear. I got up and I bolted it out. And I sat on my porch until my son came home from school. We stayed outside until my husband came home from work. And there were a lot of other things that happened there that just weren't right. I'm really glad to be out of there now. I had a lock on my door because my door didn't lock automatically, and my cat loved to push my door open in the middle of the night. With my PTSD, I don't like sleeping with my bedroom door open. So I would prefer to have it closed, and I don't like when it's open if I wake up in the middle of the night because it makes me freak out. So I put a lock on it, that way she can't nudge it open anymore. I always locked it every single night, but there were so many nights where I would hear that door open, and I could hear the floorboards again of somebody walking across the room, and I felt the pressure of somebody sitting on my bed, and that pressure would stay there for like 15-20 minutes. It was fucked up. Not really too much happened since I left there. I've been here now for a little over a year. For the past, I'd say maybe 2 months. Out here, I work in my office primarily from 11:30 midnight until like 5 or 6 a.m. Whenever I get editing done and I finally get everything up, that's when I finally go to bed. I would hear our bedroom door open, and my husband would come out. He would open my office door, come in, and I could hear him breathing behind my chair. But my husband always says something when he comes in the middle of the night. Like if he has to go to the bathroom, he'll come in, say, "I love you," give me a kiss, and he'll go back to bed. Whenever he would do this, he was just standing there breathing. I would be doing work or watching a YouTube video while I'm waiting for stuff to upload or whatever, and I can just hear him back there breathing. So I would turn around and I would look at him, and I can see him standing there, and I'm like, "Are you okay? What are you doing?" And he just looks at me, and then he turns around, walks out, and walks downstairs. And I listen for a while. I never hear him come back upstairs, but when I go back into our bedroom to go to bed, he's in there sleeping. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It's worrying because this is the second place that I've experienced it. I wanted to mess with a Ouija board just to try to see what's going on. I haven't totally believed in this stuff. I believed in ghosts, sure, but like this kind of stuff, no. I never believed in that. I never thought this shit could actually happen, anything like that. I'm just like, no, that's fairy tale shit. It's shit that people make up to scare people, but like to actually experience it, I don't know what's going on, and I don't know what to do about it. I wanted to try Ouija board just to try to see if I could get a response, try and see why it's bothering me, what it wants, why it won't go away. Literally everybody that I bring this up to, that I ask like advice about it, they're like, no, absolutely do not, because everything will get 100 times worse. I've heard so many stories about that, and about things getting worse, and about things actually starting to happen to people just because they used a Ouija board because they wanted to fuck around with it. I don't want to bring any bad shit into my house, especially not like that. I just want answers. But anyway, that was my short little story time on my paranormal experiences and my experiences that I had with a doppelganger. That's what I said like with my video yesterday, and whenever they were talking about doppelgangers and they have like loose skin and they have like weird facial features, I don't notice anything different really, except for the completely blank, emotionless face, just lifeless, literally completely lifeless, no light behind the eyes, nothing. And it's so creepy. It's so creepy because I know that it wasn't me, obviously, and I know that that's not my husband. So what the fuck is it? And what does it want? The one time I did get up and I followed it out of my room because I just got sick of it. This is like after it happened for like the 10th, 11th time, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm tired of getting this shit scared out of me. I'm gonna go see what the fuck it wants. I'm gonna follow it, see where it goes downstairs. So I walked out after it walked out, and I stood at the top of the stairs, and it was just standing. We have like you go downstairs, there's a little landing, and then there's a few more stairs that opens to the dining room, and our kitchen's on the left. And it's just standing down there on the landing, just facing the steps, but his head's turned to look at me. I'm not fucking with it any further than that. I don't want to fuck with it to begin with because I don't understand it. It's just weird. It's scary. So that was my story time on the paranormal. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe because it would mean the world to me. I'm on my way to 100 subscribers. I am so excited. I can't tell you how excited I am. And then I'm going to make like a special video for that where I was going to do the next Fears of Pathum, and then I was going to do a few matches of DVD, but if DVD is lagging, I'm not going to do that. I don't know. I'll figure something out. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.